everybody, back again, and did something really stupid. I recorded and my mic wasn't working, so I'm doing a voiceover over my recording. And apologies if I'm not sure what the heck I'm doing, but I'll try and keep up. So we ended up with budgies on the walls. We put some furniture downstairs here and lots of plants. So now we're going upstairs and we're gonna take everything out and put everything back in again our way. This is what the client wants, and now we're gonna just play with it, see what else we can do with it. This will be the last visit to Pinnacle Cove. We're going to sell everything. What I actually like about this selling tool is it actually tells you how much everything is worth when you actually point it at something. So that's actually quite cool. I didn't notice that while I was playing, but I see that now. So yeah, as I say, we're gonna remove all the furniture and then go and have a look and see what else is on offer. I'm guessing there's going to be a whole lot more available when the game finally is released. But in the meantime, certain things are not sellable, certain things are sellable. Now I'm trying to figure out if I can destroy this wall here, but it doesn't want me to destroy. I would have liked to open that room up so that it could be a little dressing room, sitting room, or maybe even a little office there. But the game doesn't want me to do that just yet in the demo, so we'll just have to live with what we've got. But I think let's start with something basic: wallpaper, paint. There's some very basic colors in the store right now. We're looking at the surface finishes, and paint is probably the best way to go, and wallpaper. So there's some pretty tiles here that I didn't find when we were downstairs, and there's some very interesting wallpapers like the monkeys and the crocodiles or the alligators. But I was going for something a little bit more, I don't know, minimalistic, not so flowery, no budgies. Let's see how we end up. One thing that whenever I'm doing this, in my head I'm just going wee. It's like washing the windows. The control on the actual glue bit is not the greatest, but hopefully that will improve with the game. So we're putting down wallpaper paste or glue or whatever you'd like to call it, so that we know exactly where we're going to place the wallpaper. But I must admit, this game is really beautiful. The scenery outside is stunning, and I believe we're going to be able to be building our own places here, which is quite nice. There's a little gap in there that is a little hard. Getting into the window frames and into sort of between this drop ceiling and the wall in certain places is a little bit complicated with the controls right now, or maybe it's just me, I'm not sure. So we're just going to select where the paper was originally put in the game and do the wee thing again and see what we can find. My thought was, as I say, something that we haven't seen before in the game, something a little bit more modern. Not so many flowers, although the birds were cute downstairs, and I'll be very happy to use the birds again. Now, on these sloped walls, it's a little bit difficult to choose your areas, but it's doable in most places. I have encountered a couple of places where you actually don't have access to the actual wall to change it. There's the we again. But all in all, fairly user-friendly. Frustrating a little bit, but user-friendly. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that as your skill level increases, you can actually select larger areas and do more at the same time, rather than having to select each and every little tile at a time. Because you can place the wallpapers in bigger batches, you can place the tiles in bigger batches. So hopefully they're going to give us the option to actually just select a whole wall and immediately put the glue on. So I'm not going to fast forward through any of these. I hope you don't mind sort of just sitting back and chilling and listening to me talk and watching glue going onto walls. And of course I hit the wrong button again. I always hit the resume game and the escape button instead of the tab button to actually select stuff. So we're looking through at the various wallpapers here. That's hummingbirds, which are also really pretty, but I was sort of trying to steer clear of the birds, the plants, and looking for something a little bit more geometric. That one's really cool. I'm thinking about it. And that one's also quite interesting. And then you've got various other finishings like cork panels. So those are the budgies in the top right hand corner that we have downstairs in the living room and in the dining room. And as you can see, there's alligators, monkeys, zebras, flowers, and all kinds of stuff available. But as you can see, the colors seem to be preset. You can't actually select colors for the wallpapers. They are preset there. So I was just looking for something fairly basic, and we ended up with stripes, black and white stripes. And yes, you have to click on every single panel, which is also a little frustrating. In the old game, as your skills increased, you were able to paint more panels in the wall. So hopefully this is also skill based, so that you can actually panel 3 panels at the same time instead of one click at a time. I think this wallpaper is actually really cool. The black and white just sort of gives it a nice modern feel. And I'm thinking something fairly vibrant, like a red or a yellow or something for the furniture and the finishings. Let's see what we end up with. many rolls of wallpaper later. We have something. The next step obviously is painting, and there we go. I'm having a look at the paint. We looked at green, there's orange and red, yellow, cyan and grey, warm green, blue, purple, pink, orange and red. And I looked at the orange and red, and it's not very orange. That pink is so fluorescent, and that orange is so fluorescent that I had second thoughts about it. So I was going through and trying to figure out what we should add, because the black and white stripes need something nice and in your face. And there was this warm green. Unless I missed something. And so I know you had a color selection for the cyan paints, but yeah, I looked at the yellow, and that yellow was also pretty fluorescent, so I bought the faded yellow, and I tried the faded yellow. That paintbrush, at least you can paint more than one square at a time, but it gets a little complicated. As you can see, it is a little harder to actually select. And then that faded yellow ended up beige, and I started thinking, that is just so sad. It's really a sad color. It would look nice with palm tree wallpaper maybe, but it's not quite compatible with the black and white stripes. So we went back and had a look, and I looked at the red, and I was like, I looked at the green. That was also such a subtle color. And we ended up with pink. Yeah, second thoughts again, but yeah, we ended up with pink. And of course, this giant roller. And then I clicked out of my selection, I think, and I ended up painting all kinds of stuff. So again, very pink, but not as saturated as I would have liked. You can see I ended up painting the skirting board there as well. So I just painted the skirting board. I was like, okay, let's do this. And then I shrunk, I think I stopped fighting with the very, very, very large roller and shrunk it down again. There we go. I got a little frustrated with that, so I shrunk it down. Missed a spot there. Ran out of paint there. Painted the floor. oops, by accident of course, not by design, painted the skirting board. Was not having a good day with the pink paint, so I ended up just painting the skirting boards as well. I was like, okay, we'll just do that and fix the floor later. By which time I was actually getting a little bit irritated with the painting roller. So that whole wall is officially large paintbrush, small paintbrush. Ended up with a small one because it just gives a little bit more control. And then painted the ceiling as well. Just because I could, you know. It wasn't like I planned it or anything. But did I fix that? I can't remember if I fixed that. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's like worse than painting a house in real life. Doing the wee on the walls again to get the paint coverage. I see the faded yellow is still there, but we ignored the beige. And it was just too beige. This time I didn't paint the ceiling. It was awesome. Okay, my solution, paint the ceiling. If all else fails and you're getting frustrated with your tools, just paint the ceiling. And we were able to do that. And again, small roller. Strange how the roller just is large in your hand and then just disappears and appears on the wall in microscopic form. Get a little bit of wee around the light again. Do you know you've got to paint around the light? So we've got paint everywhere. We've got paint on the floor, we've got paint on the ceiling. We've got a beautiful pink ceiling into the bargain. And then I decided, okay, can we paint this sloped ceiling here? And we can't. The sloped ceiling cannot be selected. The flat wall can be. The sloped ceiling cannot be. So we just left that white. And it's only when I came back and I looked here again that I realized we sold all the pink furniture and then we ended up painting the walls pink. So yeah, did a whole lot of renovations and ended up with the same colors, but not what the client wanted. Yeah, so you have the option to paint flat walls, but not sloped walls. So the little nook there ended up pink as well. And well, it's not bad. Now I selected this wall to paint, and you can see what happens. It doesn't select the sloped bits. So you can paint right up to there, but you actually cannot paint those corner blocks. So not only did we have black and white wallpaper, we had an interesting little stair situation going on there on the side of the wall. So eventually I was like, okay, that's what we will have, just like that. And then I decided, this painting is frustrating me. And I sold the paint. And I was like, how am I going to fix this floor? How are we going to match this floor? And I went and looked at the finishes. And I looked at panels and I was like, that's wallpaper, that's other stuff. Breeze blocks, the beams, all kinds of very interesting things for construction. And you can see outside we have pergolas and street lights and satellite dishes, lights, all kinds of interesting things. Doors, radiators, color changing tiles. And it must have gone straight past my head, because eventually I was like, nope, I can't find it, but I know where I can. I think I put it outside. No, I didn't put it outside here, but I remember putting it somewhere. So those are the outside tiles. We didn't put flooring down in here in the bedrooms. As you can see, I'm having a look. And then got lost on the way downstairs. I was like, I know we fixed these floors, so let's just go find that floor and go put it upstairs. There it is. Floor fixed. Frustration level high. Now we can furnish. So I liked where I had the bed there in front of those windows. So I decided, okay, let's keep the bed in the same place. So you can see I'm having fun trying to find stuff. Beds. Clear the filters. Come on. There we go. Clear the filters. So there's a very nice selection of beds. And then you've got your various cribs, double beds, single beds. but I was looking for something fairly simple. That's very cute. And of course, each of the beds you can change it. But one thing I think everybody is looking forward to is actually being able to change to absolutely anything you want. Now this bed is also, this one, interesting, very ornate. Padded headboard. And that's what we decided on. Nice and simple. Very stylish. Now we play with the colors. So, we decided to go with the mat, I think. Yes, no chalkboard. Plate. And we went with many options. If the walls weren't pink, it would have been quite interesting to change the bed, but the black looked good with the stripes, so we went with black bed, black mattress. You could put fluffy carpet on your pillows. We went with the poplin because that's a nice crisp cotton. And sort of a pink grey pillows. Fluffy carpet. No, we don't want fluffy carpet as a duvet cover. Black duvet cover. Thought about pink. Thought hard about pink. Are we looking at pink? Red would have also been really good on the walls. And painted wood. And the pink duvet. Okay. I think it's a little pink, but hey. The joys of is you can always go back and change it up. So once again, a little reading nook. Sit, look outside, have a cup of coffee. And I thought this was quite a cool little chair here. Keep the black and white theme going. Black lacquer on the edge. Yeah, I think that works quite well with the bed. More pink furniture in, because that's what we do. Then looking at wardrobes, which is storage. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Really nice black and white wardrobe. There's a dresser. These are all TV cabinets. Let's go for something a little bit bigger so you can at least see yourself store stuff and you don't have to sit on the floor when you want to do your makeup and your hair. But then I came across some bedside tables. Also keeping that sort of black lacquer and white finish, which is really pretty. Looked at the TV units again. Then found a really nice dresser, which is perfect height. Put down a little seat, sit, do whatever you need to do. And it works really well with the black and white and pink. For a dresser, gotta have a mirror. There we go. That looks good. Looking for a little table to go next to the chair. Decided why not? Futuro is the future. You can put your cup of tea there, a glass of wine. You get home from a hard day. Bring it all around a whole kind of bunch of times to try and figure out what I liked, and then went shopping for a desk. Gotta have a desk in your little office. That desk was a little too big. We had to go a little bit smaller. I thought this desk was really cute. Worked quite well with the rest of the furniture. And then of course a chair. I thought about that chair. I really thought seriously about that little wooden chair. That one is a little bit, doesn't look very strong, that orange one. But ended up going with the very cool desk chair. I was happy with the layout here. We got down to the real business. The real business of buying plants. worked with the wall color. Didn't even have to change it. And of course we needed a few more plants because nobody's ever got too many plants unless they die, and then they have got too many plants, but they don't seem to die in this game unless you're flipping an old house where all the plants are dead and you have to get rid of them and replace them with new ones. Nice pop of green just to bring the other colors out. Some teeny tiny little plants. We looked at some of the other plants available, pansies, and then realized that was just so huge. So I went back to the small ones. Keep on going into the kitchen cupboards looking for functional cabinets instead of storage. You can never have too much storage in a small place. It's fairly minimal, so it actually works quite well there. Black and white wallpaper, it actually looks really cute. Have a glue gun. One thing I haven't figured out is how you hang this on a wall. Did not want to hang on a wall. I'm guessing it's something that I need to look into. And handles and clocks and shoe boxes. And I ended up with that little deer head. It's the sweetest little deer head. But I had my eye on something for that wall there. I totally ignored the laundry basket. I still had that hanging jacket, so I thought, if you get a wall hook, can you hang a jacket on it? Surely you can hang a jacket on it. I got a jacket and I tried to hang it on it, and it didn't want to do it. What am I doing wrong? Please tell me, what am I doing wrong? So I thought, okay, hang it on another wall. No. Hang it in the cupboard. Something to figure out in the future, I guess. So I gave up on the jacket. I think I left the wall hook though. Have a little ottoman that you can sit on. Put your shoes on. Sit down, take your shoes off before you go have a bath. Of course, another mirror, just to make sure you're looking good before you go out. Put a chair outside so you could have a drink, watch the sunset. Smell the sea air. Really big table. Was looking for a bottle and I found it. It's called a perfectly regular drink. There we go. Now you can definitely watch the sun go down. You'll never guess what I want to put here. Lucky bamboo, of course, because everybody needs a little bit of luck. And of course, downstairs was calling me because I wanted to go outside and play with stuff out there. So I was like, should I carry on with the house inside or should I go and try some stuff outside? Because there's a whole lot of garden stuff out there. And I wanted to try some bigger trees because they're shrubs, hedges, medium hedges, tall hedges, well, shrubs. Rose bushes look really sweet right up until you realize they're totally flat. And they would grow up against a house or up against a wall, but not really in the middle of the garden. is a limit that you can put these. You can see there. If you cross that limit, you can't put the plants down. So I just threw a couple of plants around to see what there was. I didn't think Topiary would actually look island-like, so I thought, palm trees, of course. And those palm trees are so big and so out there, you can't really place it very easily. You have to try really hard to find a spot to put these palm trees down. I carried that palm tree around for absolute ages, and I was like, okay, it's huge. You have to actually stand back to actually see that palm tree. I was like, okay, this palm tree is also huge. It just grows out of the ground. This one's not as big, but still huge, because you can't see where it's growing, which direction it's pointing in. You have to pretty much guess. So I planted a rose bush instead. Little teeny tiny rose bush. Now outside, you've got things, mailboxes, bins, menu boards. So I'm guessing you can do all kinds of interesting stuff. And then I found the girls. We've got sunbeds and trampolines, and kids can jump while you're sitting around the fire pit. But we moved it away from the fire pit so they wouldn't actually land in the fire pit. I thought, definitely need a grill right next to the trampoline. There's an umbrella. There's an umbrella. Put the umbrella too close to the trampoline because you'll be catching children in it. And you could change the umbrella, which was really cool. And here we went for what I was hoping for in the first place. Something nice and bright and cheerful. do you need next to your umbrella? A chair, of course. So, watch the children on the trampoline. Oh yeah, good old barbecue, or as we say in South Africa, braai. So now, I'm not going to come back to the House Flipper 2 demo, but I am going to probably be going to the original House Flipper and maybe doing some interesting things. There are a couple of, I can start a game from scratch and you can see how it works, or I can go into my existing game. I actually checked, I've got about 700 hours on my game, so if you'd be interested in that, let me know. Alternatively, we can look at Hotel Renovator, which is also a very interesting story game. So let me know, drop me a comment, like my video, and I will be back soon, probably tomorrow, with one of the games. No promises, but let's see what you think, and I will keep this going. And of course I had to put a banana down. So thanks for taking this journey with me, guys. I do appreciate it, and I hope you'll carry on with my journey.